celebrating its 10th anniversary of the NautoAisDx-Thoughts channel. Is the very first video that was on the second channel, and it's basically someone gave their opinion about how Nintendo games are expensive in 2013. And of course, if you don't know what that year is, it's the Wii U. So the backstory for this video is this is a response to Ari, who is a former Gamer Horizon editor. Yes, so for people who don't know, if you follow my channel, especially my Thoughts channel, in the past, way in the past, we'll go with 2012 to 2014 to some extent, I follow the channel, and what it is a group of passionate video game editors basically giving their opinion about it. So it is sort of a group, but to some extent the company kind of acknowledged them that they are sort of legit, and they are legit. But what happened right now to some extent is that all of them part ways. So right now there is no more Game Horizon, and the person, now I think he used it but not anymore. I think this website is actually abandoned. So I mean, it's safe, so you can check out the website, but if you're wondering it's going to be updated, not either. So all of them, from what I heard, they part ways, and it is what it is there. But in 2013, one of the editor basically gave an opinion about how Wii U games were expensive and why they refused to lower it down. Nintendo Select, if you know what I mean there. And of course, if you remember, Iwata kind of said about the evergreen strategy, which is just because the game is old, it doesn't mean we should lower the price because it's still good. Yes and no, because that's sort of, hey, look, this Mac from 1995 is still good even in 2025. Why should we lower the price? But they're doing that to some extent because some people believe that because they did not have third-party support, they're trying to find ways to make money, and they're trying to say, hey, Nintendo games are good. Sadly, to some extent, that is the narrative, because when you're trying to say about how Nintendo games are expensive, there are this hardcore Nintendo fan that would get upset, and no different with this article. So when Ari wrote the article, a lot of people attacked him. I even got involved trying to defend him because to some extent, nothing personal. Even as of right in 2025 with Mario Kart World for $80, it's so stupid, so expensive that it is now. Nintendo games are going to be expensive. And if you still defend that, boy, you really love Nintendo. Or you may be a Nintendo ambassador also. I don't know. You decide. So anyway, with that, here it is, a Rewind Thoughts. My response to Ari on Nintendo games being expensive during the Wii U era in 2013, 2014. Enjoy. Hello guys, NautoAce here once again. This article is interesting even to me, even as a Nintendo fan. And I got to say also that this could be a controversial article, and I'll explain why. So at Game Horizon, Ari basically wrote an article about how Nintendo games are quote-unquote expensive. Oh boy, so we're talking about Nintendo here. So, and let's just say, when he did this article, they were backlash. People basically were against him, and it also kind of saddened me that because of the backlash, they would attack Ari for it. Like one of the nicest guys, but I guess being nice has nothing to do with the article. But I'll explain that later. So, what is this article about, and why is it controversial? Well, first of all, a question to any gamer. Is $60 really expensive for a game? Your opinion? Me personally, somewhere in the middle. I guess you could say it's a case-by-case basis. It depends on how they offer the game. Like, I know some game you get $60 a full game, or $60 they feel like, well, there's some component missing that we have to buy DLC. You get the rest. You know, it depends on what game it is. So, what is this article about? Well, one of Ari's basically concern, let's just say, he's not complaining. And remember, Ari is a Nintendo fan. in the Gamer Horizon group, he is the most Nintendo fan. So with that said, one of his concern, he wasn't complaining, he was concerned that oftentimes, and I talked about this before, is that Nintendo games, especially the first party, the big games, let's just say the Mario game, the Zelda game, Fire Emblem, the big games, they tend not to lower in price versus their quote-unquote competition. So if you notice, Sony has the program called the Greatest Hit, which is, it becomes a red box and it's cheaper, $30 to $20. I think it's now $20 for the PS3. And Microsoft has the Platinum Hit, which is the same thing. Which is, what are those? They call them the Value Hit program, which basically the rule is, if a game first release sold at least 1 million copies worldwide, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, and it's been out since a year, and again, correct me wrong also with this one, they are obligated to lower the price because they already made the money that they needed, they already met their quota, so now you gotta lower the price. And the whole point of that program is so more people will buy the game. Again, more sale, because you already sold a lot, 1 million full price. Come on, let's not be quote-unquote greedy, maybe, I apologize, and sell it so more people can play it. That's the whole point. But Nintendo, lately, they don't do this value hit program. They don't. They used to. I remember the Super Nintendo, there was a player choice, thanks to Yamauchi, with the Super Nintendo, N64, they did it also with the N64, there was a player choice, GameCube, player choice. But somewhere down the line when Iwata took over, that disappeared. The player choice was gone. And I kind of noticed their Wii games, Wii U game, they never go down in price, even they sold over 1 million, and it's already been more than 1 year, and they don't. What's going on? Well, what Iwata basically did was, and I read it in an article, which is thanks to the guy, one of the guys that said it, Iwata basically, okay, first of all, Yamauchi created the player choice program, which is basically sell the game, a good game, at lower price, because they already sold a lot. Why not lower the price so more people can play it? Buy it, then play it. Iwata is kind of like the opposite. He called it the evergreen strategy, which basically is make the game so good that even in the long run, 2 years, 3 years, it's still worth the full price. Again, that might be subjective, whatever, it's up to you. And the problem is now, as of lately, like I said, ever since the Wii, there have been history of Nintendo game, their good game, AAA game, like again, Mario game, Zelda game, the big games. They never go down in price, even more than a year. Super Mario Galaxy 2, I think, you still, if you want to buy that, it's still $50. Or maybe not. No, I think that was $30. Am I correct? Yeah, I do apologize. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is $30. I mean, they did have a Nintendo Select, but that was lacking. There was only like 8 games, and that was it. But the point is, new Super Mario, well, like, okay, Luigi's Mansion for the 3DS was still $40. Let's see what else. Man, Fire Emblem Awakening sold a lot, still $40, and they're not even re-releasing it. What's going on? And some other games. I mean, granted, some game they did make it $30 MSRP, which is, I think that's the right price for a 3DS game. New Super Mario Brothers, no, Super Mario 3D World, 3D Land, Mario Kart 7, Donkey Kong, Animal Crossing, Wild Leaf. But that's it. But new Super Mario 2, Godfather Mario, it's still $34 MSRP. What's going on? Unless they did lower it down again, I'm not sure what's going on. But what I'm trying to say, and this is what Ari was trying to say, that Nintendo doesn't really embrace the value hit program. They did the Nintendo Select with the Wii for 8 games, and that was it. And I noted that, like, Pikmin 3, I think sold a lot. You can't even buy it at $60. New Super Mario Brothers U, good game, granted, still $60. Like, I mean, do you want more people to buy it, or you want them to buy it at full price? So you want them to have their cake and eat it too. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's Nintendo's strategy. And again, going back to the evergreen strategy, the reason why Iwata did that, making games so good that they still worth full price even in the long run, whether they're digitally or physically, which it doesn't make sense in my opinion. A lot of people can agree with that. Is you also gotta keep another factor. Nintendo games are good. AAA, their Mario games and Zelda game. I said it time again in my V blog before. They're always good, no matter what. They're better than a Grand Theft Auto 5. They're better than Final Fantasy. They're better than Dragon Age. Whatever. It may be subjective, but at the same time, it shows that they're good. That's why they never lower down. So that's what Ari was just trying to say. It would be nice to at least lower it down. Maybe for New Super Mario Brothers U, maybe $40 a bit. I can lower it down. So that's what the article is about. Because, and also, mind you, about Ari, he is money conscious. There's nothing wrong with that. He likes to buy games cheap. I do too. I'll explain how you can buy Nintendo games cheap, but that's a different story. But he's just money conscious. Like, he's not willing to buy games for full price. That's just him. And he's not even demanding Nintendo. He's just saying, hey, maybe it would be nice. I mean, you get two choices. You want to play the game now, pay full price. But if you want to lower the price of the game, well, probably wait 2 or 3 years. But the thing that kind of upset me here, and I guess I now starting to understand why Review Tech USA, Black Bond, Adam Sessler, Sean Meister, former Gamer Horizon, and anybody, or even Michael Pachter, when they criticize Nintendo, okay, let's take it back. When they put critical points at Nintendo fans, or maybe loyalists, they get so mad. I mean, I read comments that not only disagreeing with Ari is fine, but when you start basically throwing insults at him, I mean, that's low, man. I'm sorry, dude. That is low. Like, there's even comments saying, oh, well, why did you get a job? He does have a job. He's just money conscious. And then someone even say about, oh, well, you know what? Go stick with your Candy Crush. So you're basically assuming that Ari likes Candy Crush or anything. I mean, some people basically, I mean, it is within your right to say you disagree. That's fine. And I kind of noticed that most majority is, yes, Nintendo games are not expensive. They are worth the $60. And yeah, to some extent, some of those games are. Yes. Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U is worth $60 in my opinion, because of the content Sakurai put in. More than that it's supposed to, that is stressing him out. So props to Sakurai. Mario Kart 8, I guess HD. Plus, you do keep in mind, like I said, you do get a second free game there. Different story. I mean, here's the deal, man. I mean, if you disagree with someone, fine. I mean, no need for getting riled up, because that when someone talks about Nintendo in a critical way, like, people get so upset about it. Yeah, we get it. I get it. I'm a Nintendo fan. I love Nintendo. I bought a Wii U. Like I said, if anyone wants to exchange Nintendo ID, hey, I'll post a link. Like I said, he's just concerned that is that their strategy forever? The game's going to be at full price? I mean, normally games should go down on the long run. Sony's doing it with some of their game. Microsoft, they're doing it. Third-party games were doing it. I know Nintendo does it, but like I said, there's a reason. Also, there's a second reason. One is you also have to put a factor that Nintendo Wii U doesn't have a lot of third-party games. So, and again, I said this before, and I do apologize for anyone who's a Nintendo fan, like a big Nintendo fan. The majority of people who buy Nintendo Wii U, including myself, I'm sorry to say this, is to play Nintendo games. We get another console like a primary to play a variety. I'm sorry to say, the Wii U is good, hands down. But if you look at it, it's only good when you're playing Nintendo games, not third party. Rich Review Tech USA even said it. The reason is it's Nintendo's fault for third party relations. They're the one that screwed up. So again, and Rich also is a Nintendo fan. He got into basically what he's doing, Review Tech USA, because of Nintendo. Again, we are a fan. Review Tech is a fan. Adam Sessler, Ari, they're a fan. They got into participating in the gaming community because of Nintendo. And it just when I saw those comments, like, okay, we get it. No need for backlash. We get it. Some people believe it's not, and that's your right. In my opinion, I'm somewhere in the middle. I think Nintendo games are expensive, but I kind of get why. But it would be nice. So again, the article is going to be the link about the articles in the description box. Is it a good read? Well, let's just say if you're thinking Nintendo in an objective way, like you're concerned about the business and strategy, maybe. But if you're just a Nintendo fan that you believe you have faith with Nintendo and that they do no wrong, then I wouldn't really recommend reading the article because it's probably going to upset you. But when I read it, I think it's a good point. He had some good point. Yeah, there are some a little bit flawed there, such as he is talking about not only Amazon. And I know some people did say, well, what about the eShop? Yeah, they do have eShop discount. I hasn't gave with eShop. And of course, you can get free games by Club Nintendo by registering. Again, I have talked about it in another vlog. I might put it on a link. But the problem also with the eShop also is that you have to be careful also. The problem with the eShop is that, remember, the games when you download doesn't attach to your account. It's attached to the system, and if your system breaks, yipes. That's why I take care of my system. I mean, they probably can't get your money back. I don't know. But the point is, that was right at the problem, and I know they're still working on that. And I hope, Nintendo, you are working with that, the download list, attaching it to account, because, I mean, even Alex from Backlash Battle, not really happy about it. I do have that also video. I'll put it down also related. But again, if you want to know about Ari's opinion about Nintendo, how some of their games are expensive, and you can think objectively, like in the business, then it might be a good read for you. But if you're just a Nintendo fan and you think Nintendo is basically flawless, again, excuse me, then I would not recommend reading it. It's probably just going to upset you. So again, there you have it. It's up to you, read the article or not. Well, that's it for now. I'll see you guys later. Bye.